Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, all. Magical, infinite beings and molecules to energy pulse with me. My name is Mohnish Malhotra. How do we get so lucky to wake up and play again? How do we get so lucky to wake up and play again? How did we get so lucky to wake up and play again? Thank you, bodies, for putting up with us. Thank you so much. So all of the projections, expectations, separation, rejections, and judgments you have on today from you or anyone else, let's destroy and uncreate and return to sender. What are the infinite possibilities today that if you allow yourself to know, be, perceive, receive, they begin to actualize, like for real, for real. And how many people are you willing to take with you and waiting for them to choose what you are choosing? They may or may not choose what you're choosing. Will you still choose it? Whatever you're aware of, is it valuable to you, even if you have to know it alone?
Your dining table.
Would you still choose it if no one else came along? What are you aware of that no one else is aware of? And because no one else is aware of it, you pretend you're not aware of it. So, what is it that you're aware of? What are you aware of that you pretend you're not aware of? Like this morning, before I woke up, or let's say this morning before I got up from my bed, I was still in my bed and I was awake. And suddenly I start to perceive a neighbor who lives next to my parents' house in India. I haven't seen that person for maybe 10 or 15 years. And suddenly I'm starting to perceive his whole life. Like, wait a minute. This is usually when I'm talking to a ghost. They come and tell me their story. Anyway, I had that conversation. I showed him how he had created his life, and he had choice again. Now, for some of you, it might be very dreamy. Some of so it's like unreal, unbelievable. And for me, it's like usual business of the day. Never mind. I get done with it. I get up from my bed, do a little bit of cleaning, make a coffee, look at my phone, and there is a message from my mother. You remember so and so uncle next to who lived next to us? He's dead. I was like, yeah, I know. So, but I didn't have to tell her that this happened and I perceived his life and he came to talk to me. No, she can't hear it. But that doesn't mean I don't believe what is true for me. So, what is true for you? What are you aware of that other people cannot hear or perceive, and you try to keep diminishing? And if you no longer had to diminish your awareness and your being for anyone else, your people you love, the family, friends, close friends, partners, or people who were close friends once and are not close friends anymore. So if you did not discount your awareness for them, if you did not trade your awareness for their fixed point of view, what would your life be like in 5 years and 10 years and 15 years and 50 years? Really start to relax. You can close your eyes if you like to, or you can keep it open and really expand out in all directions. If you're thinking it's a barrier, your mind trying to disconnect you from the awareness, but just acknowledge what that is and don't resist to it and drop that barrier and move forward with your expansion, your relaxation. This is not the time for the head to dominate. So relax. Expand out in all directions, spherically, including into the earth. More into the earth, perceiving everything, every molecule, every vibration of the earth, perceiving all of the creatures and bodies on planet Earth. and the oneness of the energy of being, the life force. And expanding out in all directions through the earth, with the earth, as the earth, into the space, with the space, as the space, and infinite space. Let your awareness and allowance permeate into all of the molecules of the universe and be more spacious. A tree can permeate through a rocky mountain. I'm living on an island. Just next to my door, I see they have dug out this mountain to build this house. And there it was, in the middle of that rocky mountain, the root of a tree coming out, like literally, root of a tree popping out. What does a tree know about permeating into something that looks so solid and strong like a mountain or a rock? It finds a crack and it never gives up and it never gives in. It never quits. Are you that energy too? Find those cracks and start slipping away into infinite space. Your mind might like be a mountain, but so what? You can have the gentleness of that little seed that goes into the soil and never gives up, keeps growing in its outward expression, the body that we see, the stem, the branches, the leaves, the movement that we see above ground in the outside world. But there is also a movement under the ground that you cannot see with your naked eyes, but you can still perceive it. So will you be that too? What does the universe desire to contribute to you today? What does the consciousness desire to contribute to all of us? And what contributions of ours it is asking for? And will you be the source that gives and receives this contribution now? What choices can you make today that will create more money, more joy, more space, more ease, more excitement, more living for now and into the future? What contribution can you be that will allow the earth to be a sustainable living planet for the next 10,000 years? What are you the source of that you don't acknowledge? Are you the source of duplicating little problems from other people? Or are you the source of the greatness of infinite being, infinite knowing, infinite perceiving, infinite receiving, infinite choice, and infinite possibilities? When the wind blows, it blows. When it blows over a burning jungle, it spreads the fire. When it blows over an ocean, it creates rain. Are you willing to be all energies? Are you willing to do, be, and receive everything that you can do, be, and receive? Are you willing to get hurt in your fixed point of view? Be vulnerable and find that crack or many such cracks that will allow the insanity to go away, to just fade away. Thank you so much for today. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And translators, if you have any announcements, please go ahead. Welcome, everybody.